Okay, so let me just adjust here. Let's adjust. How's the lighting?
How'd you go before?
Lights,
You press that
camera,
little thing
action.
there?
Yeah, we're live now. So, does it?
What's that?
We're just gonna wait and see some people get on with us. See that it's working. If you can see us, wave, say hi.
It's not. Oh no, there we go.
There we go. You turn it off.
Yes.
All right. So, welcome. We're at Honeybee Farmstead. I'm Mel.
I'm Alex.
You don't see him much.
I'm Aussie Brock Outdoors.
Shameless plug. So we decided we would join you guys today because we've got some huge news that we've been preparing for a long time, and I know that everything in my videos has kind of been leading to this. But before we go into what the massive news is and what the plan is behind it, we thought we'd give you guys a quick update on what's going on around the farmstead and all that sort of stuff. So Alex is home for 2 weeks because he now works a 2 and 2 job. So he's home for 2 weeks and we've got some big plans. So the first plan on the agenda, and we went down today to Perth and bought all the things we needed to do it, is we are going to get the meat room done. So when we bought the farm, it had a cool room and the makings of a meat room that had started being built on the side. So today we bought resin stuff that we're going to create a nice waterproof flooring. And
the Aquacheck dip rock, that's waterproof.
Yep. And all the things to put that up and join that and stuff.
Last week or 2 weeks ago we got the cool room serviced.
Yes.
Because it was doing some funny stuff there for a bit.
Yeah, so it had a little tiny leak in the compressor.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, some of that.
Yeah, we got a air conditioning specialist out and they fixed up the cool room and made
Lloyd's. Shout out to Lloyd's.
Yeah.
Bridgie.
One of our locals. He's great. So yeah, lovely guy. Came and fixed it up. So we've got the cool room running at 100%. It was still getting cold and we were doing sheep and things, but we are going to process a whole one of our beefy boys. So we're going to have a lot of steak and all the beefy products, and we can't wait for that. None of the animals going to go to waste, so it's actually quite a big production to get it all happening, and we've bought a heap of plastic tubs for offal tubs and that sort of stuff, and to make sure that we utilise every bit of that animal that we have raised with love until that point. So we've got our butcher here, Butcher's Apprentice. He's learning those. Well, you're like the backyard butcher. You won't actually.
Oh yeah.
He's classically trained.
On the backyard butcher.
No, you are the. Oh, you should make a YouTube channel. Backyard Butcher.
Tell us if you think you'd like that.
I'll make a separate channel. Me and Dad will do the butchering stuff.
Dad
night, and Mum.
We're doing on Honeybee.
Oh yeah, we'll just make Outback Butchers on a playlist on Mum's. Yeah.
But anyway, through our shopping today, Mel's grabbed the flag and stuff. Lots of projects.
So we also, last time Alex was home, he put in an air conditioning unit into the meat room, so that even though our very dear friend Rod sourced it for us, one of those old school bunky air cons that nothing ever goes wrong with them, and they blow tons of cold air. So that's been put in the shed, in the wall. So that the meat room's actually kept cold all the time, and it jets the air to keep flies out. What else have you done? You put a fly screen door on just to make it more professional of a meat room. So that's one of the jobs we're doing, and we're going to try our hardest. Alex is a lot of things. He's a brilliant dad and a great husband. He works really hard as a raise borer. He's a good friend, but he's not a videographer. And all the footage he's given me of the Hydro Smart being put in is proof of that, and I'm making you guys that video now. I'm trying to.
I tried. I tried.
Well, this is what we're gonna start doing.
It's like I've given. It's like a child who's given you a puzzle, and they haven't given you all the pieces, so it's never going to quite fit perfectly. I'm having to jam.
We're training him now.
Yeah.
So he's talking more around the lights and stuff. We might have to do a couple more lights.
So bear with us. I'm trying my hardest to get you all this info. The Hydro Smart itself has been in for how long now?
Okay. Do you want to run
6
through that?
weeks?
3 months?
Yeah. No. Go.
3 months.
No, go 3 weeks.
3 weeks.
Oh, sorry, no.
With the water running.
Yeah,
It's been longer than that.
Yeah, well, so it's 4 weeks. And it literally only took a couple of days for it to do what it did.
Yeah. Well, so we'll go into that later. That'll be in the HydroSmart video.
Yeah.
However, if you've not heard of them, I am going to put some information in the links to the HydroSmart video, which is coming up next. I'm making that now. Hopefully you like it, but it is a bit of a solution to all you people out there that might have a bore set up that isn't drinking quality water or even...
like garden worthy.
Yeah, so it kind of
High
was...
salinity, high minerals.
Yeah.
This system is...
It kind of... Yeah. We'll explain it in the video. I'll add little things in there to explain it, but...
Just be prepared.
Yeah, it's not
if you got old plumbing and old piping, be prepared.
Yeah, because the HydroSmart actually removes calcium build-up and sludge and all those sorts of things that could possibly be building up in washing machines, hot water systems, piping, all those sorts of things. So if you have a little think about what that could possibly mean, yes. So just that'll be a warning.
It was be fly out day, wasn't it?
We won't tell the story now. We'll do it in the HydroSmart.
Well, it's because you're under the house.
Okay. Yep. That story's coming in the HydroSmart video. But then, so during our trip today, I walked past a massive long gate and it was damaged. And I was in my favourite store that I happen to work at as well. And I just know how the processes work. And when something's damaged, I know inevitably that'll get marked down. And I thought, hey, why don't I just walk up and say, hey, buddy, this here, what do you plan on marking it down to? And the first guy that I spoke to... You
didn't ask that. You told him the price that you wanted.
No. The first guy I spoke to, I let him decide the price, and I didn't like it. So I found another employee, and I said, hey, buddy, this is quite broken. He goes, yeah, it is quite damaged. It's not that bad. We can fix it, hey, babe.
Yeah.
But anyway, point of the story is I got some really good deals today, and I'm planning on building a movable goat, lamb, bottle-raised babies pen. Because we move them every day. It's actually quite difficult now. Now we can move them through the food forest and they can eat fresh feed every day.
Your plants.
They can't eat my plants. There's no risk of them getting out. It's got its own shade, water and food system. So we're in the process of building that too, and I will create a video for you guys.
Also that chicken tractor that we're trying to do.
We are doing a chicken tractor. That's not in the very near future. The next thing we're doing after the meat room setup, we're completing the garden setup. We're completely fencing it. We are putting all of the garden beds in and filled with dirt and cow poo and mulch and pea hay and sheep poo and all the good things we need to grow plants. And it's all going to be fully reticked. So we're going to have a lot more garden content coming up for you guys. And also lots more animal content. We do have to bring the sheep in again. Check on our young ewe that had the little udder problem. She's looking really good from far away. But we're going to check on her again. We're going to also remove all of the babies. We're taking out the 2 rams. So the ram lamb that we're keeping and the big guy. And he's going in with the boys because we don't want to have any more lambs happening or anything like that.
Not the young girls anyway.
We also want the young girls to grow up so that they're at a safe age to be able to be having babies when it's next time to have babies. So in doing that, we will be completely finishing off the fence on the other side of the property. So we've got these cool little, I've talked about them before in other videos. They screw into trees, so you can actually pull your electric fencing around trees and things. So we'll be doing that soon too.
Yep.
And now the big and very exciting news. I'll give you a bit of backstory onto it. As you guys know, if you've been following along, we've had a tough start to our life on the farmstead, and we've had a few losses. The predator pressure here is a lot greater than we were expecting or were prepared for. So I've been looking at all the different options you could possibly use to keep our animals safe. So when it comes to predator protection, Alex is good on the gun and that sort of stuff, but he's not always here. We've done our fox trapping with Brocco, and he's set up snail traps down there for the pigs and stuff, because as it turns out, the little calf that Valley gave birth to was attacked and killed by a pig.
Piggy.
So we know that they're active here. We are not overly far from the Mundaring Forest area, so they definitely can get near us.
Yeah.
And that's quite heavily forested, so we know that in there's lots of foxes and pigs.
Oh, there are. Like, we went for a drive the other day, and how many footprints?
Oh, the footprints. I actually might put a picture up somewhere that shows you just, we were driving along and just looking at the path and all the different wildlife. It was astounding. We were just like, wow, there's so much out here.
Native and not native.
Native and, yes, introduced. So, I have spent a lot of time doing research on what I could possibly use as predator protection. One of those things was alpacas. They're renowned for being really good as flock protectors with sheep. And they're brilliant and all, but I'll tell you some of the downsides for us that we weren't prepared to do with alpacas. One, it can be hit and miss. You can get alpacas sometimes that'll just pair off on their own and off they go. They're not interested in protecting your sheep. It does happen quite a lot. And that goes along with that is probably a bit much for us to be taking on than we're ready for at the moment. And it would mean we would need a new or a different setup in our sheds. We would need a shearing station, somewhere where we can tie them down, because shearing an alpaca is very different than shearing a sheep. And you need a specialised shearer. Sometimes normal sheep shearers won't shear an alpaca. So too many things to consider at this stage. We weren't quite ready for that. It was a little bit too different for us to be going into that. But also, as you know, we have goats, we have pigs, we have chickens, we have cows. And alpacas don't really guard all those things all that well from all my research. So my next thought was, I know what guards cows. Donkeys. So I reached quite heavily into researching about donkeys and their protection on cows and things like that. They're brilliant, especially when cows are calving. They'll stand by and they'll watch and keep everything away. So they're great for that. But again, they don't kind of intermingle with sheep.
Yeah, they're more suited to station country, aren't they?
They really are. I mean, they could work here, but they won't.
No,
they won't look after all of our animals, which is kind of what we were looking for.
Camels?
Camels? No, I did.
They're just.
But also, if I didn't even look at camels, I'll be really honest with you, because with camels comes all different fencing. There's so many other things you'd have to do, and we're just not prepared for that. So, and then I looked around at, what fit the brief for us was. What are we getting?
White and fluffy.
Very fluffy.
Like a marshmallow.
And very cute and white.
They actually made it on a TV series.
And Oddball.
It's a TV movie.
TV series?
It's a movie.
Oh, is it movie?
Wait, are you getting it from that line again?
So yes.
Yes.
So we have decided that a Maremma is the perfect addition to our farmstead.
Oh yeah.
Peace out, thanks Dad.
No. Times two.
Oh, big reveal. So I have been I'm a researcher, if you don't know. I have been looking at all of the ways in which that you would need to keep the Maremma. Number one, we chose to pick a Maremma from over east. The genetic bloodlines in WA seem to be a little bit too restrictive. There's not a lot of diversity in the parental lines, so they're not as wonderful in their lineage, in my opinion. It's just my opinion. With the breeding. So we've decided to go for Maremmas from over east. These Maremmas are also working in a yard with their parents. So these puppies were born into a paddock, raised by their parents. So along with that comes all of this beautiful training that, you couldn't even really pay for. The parents are teaching them the way to protect these animals. We are getting sisters, so 2 girls. They have been protecting chickens, horses, sheep, and goats. So they've got a lot of experience with a lot of different animals. They've been well socialized with children and humans. So, yeah, that's it. We're getting 2 Maremma sisters. So what we want to ask of you beautiful people, I've picked a list of names, and I'm going to leave it up to all of you guys to choose our 2 Maremma girls' names for our new farmstead pets. And I'm going to create a poll on here, but but also over on my Instagram and my Facebook. And then at the end of it all, when the puppies come, we'll go through and we'll see which names tallied up and what our new puppies' names are.
I might save my vote for like right at the end, so I can like
see them in action.
Well, you get 2 votes, okay? Because there's 2 puppies. So please put down 2 names you like, and we'll go through.
Hat it.
Hey?
Hat.
Well, no, I just think I'll go with the most popular and the second most popular.
Oh, yeah,
2 names. Yeah. I don't know. I'll let you guys know. But what do you think of that? Do you think that's a great idea? So, yeah, look at him. Yeah, it's all right. Another few factors that went into this decision were our old dog Tessa is actually quite old now. She's 13, or coming up 13. Yeah, that's quite old for a Mastiff. She's had a very charmed life. Every time her dad goes out hunting, she gets a lovely big chunk of roux meat. She's had a mostly raw diet, which is why she's the only one of her siblings left. So she's lived a pretty good life, and she's been an excellent, loyal girl to us.
Still got a bit to go.
She's still going, don't you worry. We're not going to kick her off the perch, but we don't want her feeling that pressure to have to guard.
Yeah.
And we want her to just relax and into her twilight years, just relax and enjoy the snuggles from the family. So we're getting a couple of working girls to come and protect everything. So that'll be exciting.
Be interested to see how it actually, like it's going to be interesting how it goes.
There will be a level of training. I'm aware of that. They will need to orient to the place, get used to it here.
Out of all the options, that's the main one we.
Unless we sit out up all night, spotlights and guns. We can't do that.
We just can't.
As much as we want to.
Yeah.
Yes, these 2 hillbillies would sit out there all night.
There's some big skeeters around.
But you know, another big thing for us was, you know, as you guys know, I work. Brock works now. Alex is away sometimes too, and the kids go to school. So it does leave our property somewhat unprotected during the day. Not a lot of people know we're here, so that's cool. However, she'll be super protected now with a couple of big Marimas guarding the whole premises. So I think the next point for us is to figure out how the dogs are going to be able to move between the paddocks without the animals getting out. So that's going to be another very interesting. Well,
I've got dog flaps.
Yeah, we're going to have to do something like that. Because we want them to be able to guard our chickens and turkeys and everything, the chickens around the house, all our baby cows when we keep them in the shed area, all the lambs being born. And for us, aerial predators are a thing too. It's a bit Wild West out here. We've got
gooses.
We've got eagles up on the ridge, and there's, I think 5 is the amount I've seen at any given time. So there's quite a large family up there, and we will not be shooting things like that. No way.
We can't do that. No way.
No way. We do not agree with it. So
if you're one of them people.
Yeah, we don't agree with it at all. So Marimas will just put the pressure on, and they'll take off and eat someone else's sheep. Whatever.
Don't get me wrong. The Marima might end up going missing if there's some big eagles.
Yeah. No, that's why there's 2 of them. They'll protect each other. They'll protect the flock.
Hi, Tessa.
Are you going to come and say hi, Tess? Come on, Tessa. Perfect timing. She's wandering around doing her duty. Come on, girl.
You go upstairs?
Oh, come on, girl. Oh, you're a good girl. She's just been out protecting everything, haven't you?
You come off your bed.
You did.
You
lazy old girl. That's okay. You're allowed to be. You've been a good girl. So thank you so much for joining us. We hope you enjoyed that, and we hope that was what you were expecting we were going to be getting. I know that Les and Megs had a good guess and thought that Alex had brought me one home on the plane.
Yeah.
Good guess.
In the suitcase.
But you guys have the privilege of knowing us and knowing that I've been looking at it and discussing it. So that was very cheeky.
I could tuck one under my arm or 2 under my arm.
Yeah, we have a friend that snuck emus on a plane once. We won't name him.
We can't name that.
But once upon a time, he snuck emus on the plane. I said, hey, can you do that for me? I'd love some emus. But anyway, we won't be doing that. Yeah. We'll do the right thing. They're being flown in next week. So it's all happening very soon. We hope you guys enjoyed that. Thank you so much for joining us. please make sure you comment below and go over and vote on their names. We want some nice, good names. I picked names of protectors and warriors and things like that, girly names. So I hope you like them and vote away. Thanks for joining us.
Bye for now.
Bye. Take care of each other.
See you guys.
There's 4 views. Bye.
Wait, how do I turn it off?
No, we out.
Hey,
We out. Bye.
You just hit it.